I had bought a micro SD card a while back. You know, it's amazing how cheap storage is these days. I can't remember how much it was, but 128 gigabytes seemed affordable. Oh, I'm showing my age, but when I was a kid, 128 gigabytes was just hard to fathom. Kind of like this moisture here. So I'm going to make a little commentary about watershed. That water off in the distance, I think, goes north. As we come south, I think this stuff is either stagnated or it goes, that water goes north, this water goes south. I think, best as I can figure. Doesn't go south very fast. When it does a lot. Just south here, just south of Aurora Center, there's quite a little bit of water there. Right over my finger, right, let's see here, right there, that's Aurora Center. A little out of scope of what we're looking to look at today. Zoom all the way out, just about all the way out. That doesn't make any sense for you. There. We can at least look at our ground speed. 85 knots. This plane probably cruises at, 91, 94 knots, depending on how hard you're pushing it. Right now we're not pushing it terrible hard. Pretty comfortable cruising speed, about 2,450 RPM. This is Horseshoe Lake. Someday when the water goes down, eventually, we'll be able to get a better view of Horseshoe Lake, of how it really is. Normal day. This is not normal. We're farming right up here. Let's drive out through about, what are they saying, 2.5, 4 feet of water up that north driveway through the field. There is a road that goes through that water. It connects to that gravel road. It's covered. Sorry, there's a little bit of reflective glare in the windshield and the windows. I have not taken the time to have them replaced. Or frankly, the money to replace them. And they look just fine from my eyes. I think we're just over Horseshoe Lake. I want to say that is Crystal Lake up there. I don't know that for sure. I think this up here is Pleasant Lake. So, looking from the south, Horseshoe Lake, Pleasant Lake to the north, and to the east, Crystal Lake. I suspect I'm not quite right on that. there's a road I think you can drive through a fair bit of water through to get out. That's kind of Horseshoe Lake. So we're going to turn to the north again. Now that we've got the wind at our back, looking at, say, read it for me, 103, 100 knots, something like 115 miles an hour. Now we're going to follow that watershed as promised, as it comes back into Plank. Now the plane is pointed north, but you are looking east. Well, mostly down now, I guess. It is presently, 10:30 in the morning. High enough that we got some shadow still, or late enough that we got some shadow still, but the sun's not so high that there's no shadows to give you any kind of depth or dimension. We are gonna turn a little bit more to the east here, and I'm gonna pull a 360 because I think to our left or to our west is water that's kind of inundating the whole area. So we're going to do a little 360 here. I have no idea what you're getting to see. I'm just trying to fly the plane. And rolling out back about on north. So that quick sweep has all this over here. I think that's kind of where the water's coming to from. Maybe somebody will be able to point us. I think that's Pleasant Lake, Pleasant or Crystal Lake, something over there. They're not clearly defined on any map because they're usually just kind of a slough. There's not really much to see in a normal year. Usually you can't track any of this water because it really doesn't flow. This year, that's a whole nother story. So that I think is the conjunction or the confluence, those of you who like big fancy words, of those two water sources. There they point back down towards Plankinton. I'm seeing a 8 minutes 47 seconds. I think we're going to be able to get through Plankinton or across Plankinton by the time 10 minutes rolls around. If I have to, I'll just let it be a bit longer. Now there's something interesting. Sorry, this hand is not quite the steady cam. Oh, too late. Remember, we fly it first, then we direct where we're going, then we talk about what we're doing. So all the brain power is going to flying. A lot of water going under I-90 right there. Coming into Plank. We're sitting at 2,600 feet elevation at the moment. 1,000 feet above ground. It's legal minimums for going over a congested area, populated area. If you're wondering why I'm not closer, that's why. We'll try and zoom in just a little bit. was over the road at that point where that tractor's sitting there. Our school. Now we're got a tailwind, so we're booking right along now. Sitting at 115 knots, which is real fast for this little plane. Over the cemetery. Don't want to join their crowd too soon now. Big farm site right on 281. So this is September 21st, it's Saturday. I can't honestly remember when the rain first came. It was last Wednesday or Thursday, not this week, but the previous week. It's taking a long time for this water to drain out. It's gone down quite a bit. I don't think we can see it terribly well in this video, but it has. Fish Lake right there, so I just about made our circle. I do say circle because my runway sits just about on the top end of Fish Lake, or just south of Fish Lake. You look there, that's where all that water's supposedly going. Where does it go from there? Right along that ditch. It doesn't flow into Fish Lake. Turning north here. There it goes, on to Firesteel Creek. See, there is a few things to look out for when you're flying. That would not feel good. That's where it joins Firesteel. We're not taking that into Mitchell. Probably could take that Firesteel portion right back up into Mount Vernon. Anyone want to do that? All in favor say aye. Okay. Pause it, start over.